Ever wondered how to look like you stepped out of a painting, soft, luminous, almost unreal, surreal? Today I'm creating an ethereal, pre-Raphaelite inspired makeup look. Glowing skin, romantic eyes, and that dreamy angelic flush. This look is inspired by these pre-Raphaelite paintings, and I am starting with my favorite Charlotte Tilbury Crystal Elixir primer. And this is the secret for that lit from within skin. It deeply hydrates, plumps my skin, and creates that perfect luminous base. And then I'm mixing the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter along with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless foundation in the number 4 and the filter in the number 7 together to create that perfect luminous base for my skin tone. So next, this step of adding a light amount of luminosity into infused into the foundation is a game changer. If you have dry to mature skin and you want to look radiant, you want to have your foundation give that luminosity, then you can use this tip. Mix a little bit of any kind of luminizer. It could be the MAC Strobe Cream or the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter into your foundation. Next, I am using this blush for a romantic flush, and this is in the color Pinched Cheek Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. For that pre-Raphaelite flush, blush is all about, that romantic flushed look. And this is one of the placement of the blush should be in the center of your cheek. In those paintings they never used to put blush on to make them look snatched. The paintings were all about enhancing the roundedness of the face, enhancingness, the fullness of the face, enhancing the femininity of the face. And that's why in all the paintings, when you notice, you will see blush is applied in the center of the face on the fleshiest part of your cheeks. That gives you that beautiful feminine glow, that that feel of soft feminine touch. And also make sure that when you're adding blush in this technique, don't forget your ears, guys. When you are flushed, your ears are naturally also flushed. So if you add that touch of redness flush onto your ears, they look way more natural. It doesn't look like you have paint on top of your face. It looks like it's coming from within. It's so natural. And this is how magical it turns. Now is the time to add a little bit of concealer, and I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Radiant Concealer in the shade 4, just where I need a tiny bit of brightness under the eyes, around the nose, a little bit on the mouth. And I'm not using it for full coverage perfection. I just want the skin to look like skin and add a little bit of softness. Like you see in the old portraits, you have that amount of light that is peeking through. So it kind of brings those features forward in a painting. Since I'm an artist, I can explain it to you better. Like when you use a lighter color on a painting, on a portrait, that kind of looks like it's coming forward, and that's exactly what this step is doing. It is making your features come forward a little, which is making your skin more flawless, very soft, very windswept. It is giving you that very dreamy kind of a look. And I'm blending the harsh edges off by very gentle tapping motions. You can't be harsh with the motion of the brush on your face. You need to be very gentle, very soft. All the strokes are very soft, just like painting on a canvas. You can't be rubbing against hard against the painting. So right now, this is the step to just set all of these creaminess with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Compact Powder. I'm just focusing on the center of the face. I want to keep the glow alive. I don't want to kill it yet. And that's why I'm using a very, very soft, fluffy brush so that the powder is very nicely diffused into the skin. Nothing is looking superly matte. And time for the eyes. I'm using this eyeshadow quartz by NARS. It is their orgasm palette, and this is such a beautiful peachy color to have a flush of color all over the lids. So I'm just using one shade, which is the matte, the only matte shade, and it's a peachy neutral color. I'm just giving a wash of that entire color all over my lids, and you can see it is evening out the tonality of my lids. I have slightly pigmented eyelids, and this eyeshadow is working beautifully to give a wash of peachiness onto my lids. And I do see a lot of peachiness on these paintings. These pre-Raphaelite Renaissance paintings had a lot of peachiness going on all over the face, be it blush, be it the eyeshadow, be it the lips. The tonalities are very pinky, peachy, rosy. It's never the unreal tones. And finally, I'm using a little bit of glitter, the glitter shades right in the center of my eyes, and that's about the eyeshadow, guys. Later on, I'm going to use a little bit of matte bronzer. This is the matte bronzer that I'm using by Dolce & Gabbana. This is their eyes and face match bronzer powder, and it's a very beautiful matte, cool toned kind of a powder. Not exactly cool toned, but it's more neutral than warm. I'm using a tiny bit of it on a fluffy brush and just accentuating the crease of my eyes, starting with the corner, the outer corner of my eyes, and just, kind of bringing a slight kind of shadow around the crease of my eyes, the natural crease of my eyes. And that's it that I'm doing here with my eyeshadow. Now I'm going back to a smaller detailing eyeshadow brush. These brushes are very crucial if you want to do any kind of detailing work, like going underneath your lash line. I'm just picking up this bronzer shade and doing a light wash of color underneath my lower lash line. It's kind of giving a 3D kind of an effect. It's defining my entire eye. Finally, since I have set my creaminess with the powder, I'm going in with this powder blush just to accentuate the saturation of the blush. I'm going in with the same tone of blush. I'm not changing the tones. I'm using the same cherry toned reddish kind of a blush. Red looks very natural on skin, and I see a lot of red used in those paintings, and that's why I chose this cherry color powder brush by Dior. It is such a beautiful blush, guys. Dior has these beautiful powder blushes. If you want me to do a review of all of these blushes, let me know. I have a lot of colors from Dior. And finally, I'm just taking a very fat fluffy brush to pick up a tiny bit of contour, tiny bit of bronzer, not contour, and just defining the peripheral area of my face, a little bit on the sides of my nose, and that's it. Nothing harsh. This look is not about any snatched look, any harsh looks, any harsh contours or anything. Everything is very soft, very blended, very feminine, very rounded. Finally, time for some highlight, guys, and I'm using this Dior Backstage palette in the color Universal Glow, and I'm absolutely loving how beautiful this highlighter palette is. It just brings that ethereal glow onto your face. Your face looks unreal, guys. Just try it out. This is one of the best highlighters in the market. If you have this highlighter, you don't need anything else. It does double up as a highlighter or for the eyes too. So if you want a pop of shine on your eyes, you can use this palette. This is a very multi-use eyeshadow highlighter quartz, and they come in different shades, but my favorite is the universal one because it has a white, it has a very cool toned pink, and it also has warm tones. Finally, I'm using this balm highlighter by Chanel, and this is in the color Rosé, and I'm just accentuating the glow. These paintings are all about this ethereal glow that they have, this unreal glow around them on the skin, and that's what I'm trying to recreate. Look at that shine that this balm gives. I'm using a tiny bit on the top of my Cupid's bow, a little bit on my lower lip as well. And time for the lips, guys. I am going to use the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat in the color Pillow Talk Medium and just lining my lips so that my lip color stays put longer. And I'm not overlining like too much. I'm just lining my lips on the volume part of my natural lip shape. So that's what I am doing on my lower lip too. I'm just covering the pigmented part of my lips with this lip liner, and also filling up the overall lip so that my lipstick stays put for a longer period of time. And for the lipstick, I've chosen this lip blurs by Charlotte Tilbury. It is the Airbrush lip blurs, and it is in the color Honey. Such a beautiful warm toned, so like very beautiful air whipped kind of a formula. And the color is beautiful. It's a very beautiful peachy, warm toned, honey toned lipstick, and it goes so well with this look. And finally, for my eyes, for the waterline in my eyes, I'm using this glittery eye pencil. This is a very old pencil. I don't even know if it is made by, this was by Makeup Revolution, and I don't even know if they make it yet. And if they still make it, I mean. And I'm using a tiny bit of the shimmery colors, the white shimmery tones, onto my inner corner of my eyes, just to catch that light there and make it a slightly brighter. And that's the look, guys. I'm just going to finish up with a few coats of mascara. Mascara is minimal. There is, like, in those times, in those paintings, the eyebrows and mascaras was like kind of minimal, like almost not there. So I didn't do anything with my brows, kept it natural. And just to make my eyes slightly prominent, I'm going with just a wash of mascara. This is the Dior Pump and Volume Mascara, and that's the finished look, guys. I let my hair down. I have natural curls like this, and that's the finished Pre-Raphaelite inspired ethereal glowing skin, natural hair, no setting powder, no nothing. And this is the look, guys. Let me know what you think about this. Would you give it a try? If you love glowy skin makeup, if you are 40 and above and you want to experiment with your looks, give this a try. I'm sure you will love it. This is going to complement so many Indian skin tones. It is for all. This makeup is for all, guys. Please try it and let me know what you think about this. See you in the next video. Bye.